What's going on, everybody? Hair here. Very disappointed, very sad, very upset. Your Sacramento Kings lose 122-114 to the Los Angeles Lakers, unfortunately. Now, this is a game that was very winnable. It's disappointing because, we were up in the fourth quarter with about, I think, 5-ish minutes to go, up by 7. Things look like they're going our way. But, of course, it just seems in Lakerland, it always ends up going their way. I'm not going to complain about the refs because, of course, there was questionable calls. We got some calls too. At the end of the day, they outplayed us. Lakers outplayed us. They out-hustled. They out-rebounded for sure, especially on the offensive end. And we just could not make plays when we needed to make plays, and they did. They made shots. Carmelo, we couldn't stop his one-leg shot. But when LeBron and Westbrook drove, we could not stop them. Our interior defense was horrible. I hated to see that. It was horrible. It doesn't matter if Len was in there, if Jones was going to eat alive. But they were just eating up the paint. And it's honestly the same thing would happen with Holmes too. Holmes was an undersized center, and he always gets eaten up in the paint. So whenever they would drive hard like that, we could not, LeBron, Westbrook, or Dwight Howard, we couldn't stop them. It was just they're eating us up alive in there. Now, again, there were good things we did. Fox played out of his mind. Fox played tremendously. And it sucks because we cannot get Fox and Hallie to play great games together. If they did, we would be a whole different team, but they can't. Fox, Halliburton's been playing great these last few games. This game, it was all Fox, and Halliburton made a 3 and just kind of was a no-show. Defense wasn't there and just, wasn't making the plays. So they have off nights. No pun intended to Davion Mitchell, but there was an off night for Halliburton, and we know that's not going to be every night. He's a great player. He's been playing tremendously as of late. This game, I don't know if the LA lights were too bright, but yeah, he just didn't have it tonight. But it brings to a valid point of what I've been saying for a very long time. I don't know why people want to trade Fox so bad. He's the only player on our team that can get his own bucket. Nothing against Halliburton, but he's not really a go-to guy for a bucket unless he does like a little jump shot, but that kind of takes a while to get into also. He's a decent driver, but Fox is our only go-to guy. Barnes was kind of that guy for a bit early in the season, but it was fool's gold. Fox is our only go-to guy. He has so much potential, that guy. I don't think there's any reason we should trade him, to be honest. I know he's had a few, the season's been somewhat low for him, but there's no reason in Sacramento where it's hard enough to get talent as it is to trade him. And I want Halliburton to succeed too. I want them both to succeed together. But it's a bad game. It's a bad game for us because it was winnable. Could not stop the elderly Lakers. They were just better than us tonight. They were making shots. They looked like they were playing big brother ball with us because we at times they just could not make key stops, or we couldn't make key shots when we needed to. So that last thing at the end, again, with the referees, the timekeeper, Fox, and that's very frustrating, to be honest. But I don't know, maybe Fox should have grabbed it. But at the end of the day too, when there is a clock malfunction, it usually is a jump ball if there's no possession. So technically I can see why it's the right call, but it's a sucky situation. Nonetheless, we lose. Still in the 10th spot. We play the Hawks tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that. Your Kings lose 122-114. Want to get over this right away. I hate losing to the Lakers. I try not to get super sucked into it, but those Lakers games sting extra for me. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get the win tomorrow. This is the Hair out.